Hendo, thanks for joining us. A thrilling win tonight in the Challenge Cup over Newcastle. How do you reflect on that thrilling victory?
Well, just obviously pleased to be in the next round of the Challenge Cup competition and now progress to the semi-finals of the 1895 Cup. So, just really pleased that we're still in the mixer, which is what we set out to do. We got the job done. I must admit that it was. It certainly wasn't a pretty win. It was an ugly win in the end for us, but I'm thankful that we did enough to get ourselves into the next round of the competition.
What were you thinking in those final 5 to 10 minutes? So I guess like the Sheffield game, it was a tense finish.
It was a tense finish. I mean, look, I think it was a great contest. I have to give a lot of credit to Newcastle. I thought, they came here with nothing to lose, no pressure on them, obviously missing a few players. And, I know speaking to their coach, he's extremely proud of their efforts. Obviously he's disappointed they weren't quite able to finish the job off. But I have to give a lot of credit to them because I thought Newcastle were very good, especially in that first half. I thought they were better than us in terms of their ball control, but also their kicking game. I just thought it was far superior to ours in the first half. They just kept turning us around, putting the ball into space and making it really difficult for us to get any field position. And unfortunately, probably our sort of execution was a little bit inconsistent. We probably come up with a few too many errors, but I thought defensively we were lacking a little bit tonight, especially in that first half. That was something I challenged the players on at half time. I just felt we were just standing off a little bit too much, a little bit passive. We didn't seem to have that energy and that sort of mentality to go after them. And that resulted in allowing their kickers to just kick on the front foot and have time to execute the right kick at the right time and all that type of thing. So just really pleased second half. I thought we changed that mentality. We came out, I think, at the first set and we put some real good kick pressure on them, which then made them fluff their kick, and we ended up getting some good field position off the back of that. And I think that set the tone for us in the second half. And once we saw a little bit more of that effort-based stuff in action defensively, we then earned some field position, and then we were able then to capitalise and were clinical in that area of the field. So there was a couple of things that probably went against us too. I thought the 40-20 call for Liam Harris was harsh. I thought that was a 40-20. And I think at that moment, had we got that call, that may have broke the spirit of Newcastle a little bit, but it wasn't meant to be. I think there was one of the tries that they scored too. You could argue there was obstruction in that one, but it is what it is. I'm just really pleased that the players found a way to win. And sometimes in these cup games, it's not necessarily always about the performance. You've just got to win. It doesn't matter how pretty or ugly it is. You've just got to win because that's all that matters, to make yourself in the next round of the competition. We've done that. We've given ourselves now an opportunity, to stay in this Challenge Cup competition, but also the 1895 Cup competition, which is fantastic. So credit to the players for that second half performance and the way they went about their business.
Yeah, you touched on the 1895 Cup. Obviously now only one win away from a return to Wembley. That would be huge for the club, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be massive, absolutely massive. And the exciting thing too for me is because we've got the women's team as well, and because of how well they're doing, and they've got every opportunity as well to potentially be at Wembley. I mean, how special would that be if we were to get both our teams, to Wembley on that day? It would be incredible. But the reality is that's a long way off now. We've got a week off next week now just to recuperate and refresh. Then we're back into the championship competition before we come back into the Challenge Cup in a few weeks' time. So excited to see who we're going to draw too.
Yeah, and a potential of drawing a Super League side in the next round of the Challenge Cup as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be great. I mean, that would be the ideal scenario for us. Get a Super League side at home, so then not only can our own fan base be exposed to Super League rugby, but also any potential new fans that are new to the game in the York population and wider areas be able to come and experience what that looks like. So I think that would be the coup for us if we can get that, but we'll have to wait and see what the draw holds.
Yeah. Just back onto tonight, obviously you had Liam Harris and Matty Marsh back in the side.
Yeah.
It must have been really pleasing to be able to select those two again.
Yeah, no, really pleased to have both those guys in. They're pivotal players for us, and it was good to have them back. And again, good to have James Cunningham get a full game under his belt. Clarkson got more minutes under his belt as well. So again, we're just building those players back up. They've been out for lengthy periods. So I think those couple of games now, and now with the week off to keep working with them to keep building them up again. So hopefully they'll come in firing for London in a few weeks. The rest of the guys injured are not far off either. So we've got the other guys still working extremely hard. So that's why I think this weekend's probably come at a good time for us now. That the current squad can freshen up a little bit, but the guys are on the return. They get another week of training under their belt, another week to rehab and get themselves in a better position to give them the best chance of being selected for that London game.